Latino success stories here from the Rio Grande Valley. So we are here with the fabulous Mr. Bobby Guerrero. Welcome,
Right.
sir.
Thank you for having me. Yeah.
And you are one of the owners of Build-A-Burger, correct?
I'm one of the owners. Me, I'm 50% of it. My father-in-law is the other 50. So I like to say I'm the better half, but we'll keep that there.
Baby. I don't want to start a fight here. That's awesome. So how did you guys get started? Is this like an original concept?
So it is an original concept. A lot of people think we're a franchise, but actually we started like small. So kind of a back end of the story. So me, my wife, my father-in-law, and my mother-in-law, we're all nurses. So that's kind of our little shout out to the medical field right here. But yeah, we're all nurses, and one day over dinner, we're just saying, hey guys, like, let's look into something to do on the side, kind of just for side hustle kind of thing. It started off as let's do a restaurant, right? But we all had kids, and we're like, that's a huge,
that's a big endeavor.
Exactly. We're like, I don't know, we want to jump completely in like that. So we ended up saying, well, we kind of stayed there in the back burner, right? And then eventually we kind of just ran along the food truck. So the food truck idea popped, right? And we're like, and that was before the food truck. Now there's food trucks everywhere, right? But this was back in 2017. So in 2017 we said, well, let's try a food truck. And then we said, okay, well, do we do tacos? Because there's tacos like everywhere, right? Which are delicious. But
the Valley, they have the best
exactly.
tacos. That's a hard market to get into, I can imagine.
That's what we thought. We said, well, how are we going to beat the better or best tacos around us, right? So we said, well, just the concepts, right? And I said, well, what's your favorite meal? He likes Mexican. I like burgers. I'm a burger guy. So there's another story to that. All I ate was burgers, and then when I finally got with my back then girlfriend, he would make delicious burgers. Or like that was kind of our thing. I love burgers. My father-in-law would have us over. He would make burgers, and it started like that.
Sounds like a perfect love story.
Yeah, it kind of is. So we said, well, then let's do burgers, right? And our thing was we always wanted to be fresh. We didn't want to just anybody could throw on a frozen patty on a grill and stuff like that. We said, what are we gonna make that's different, right? So we do hand squash patties, just like you're doing at your house, right? Old fashioned, just you get the ball, you squash it, you just start like that, right? So we said, okay, well, let's do that. And then we bought a 16-foot trailer, which is actually another little shout out here. It's a little shout out to a little 16-foot trailer. And the first week or two was like, we probably sold 3 burgers.
Oh.
And we're like, man, what did we do? Like,
Where were you located?
We were located in Edinburgh, and actually down the street. So on Canton. And actually the first spot was on Wisconsin. So right across, literally on Wisconsin and 281.
Oh, wow.
And people would stop by and they're like, you got tacos? And we're like, no, we got burgers. They're like, never mind. They were just like, never mind. We're like, okay, that's fine. So it was like, we'd call our family, hey, you want burgers? We're making burgers. So our families were like our first customers. And 1 or 2 would stop by and like, okay, we'll try it. But I guess what set us apart was that they're like, well, these are literally like homemade old-fashioned style burgers. So one thing led to another, and it literally spread through word of mouth. 1 month was 5 burgers the first month, and then the second month was 10 or 15. The third month was 50 to 100, and it just kind of kept snowballing to where 8 months later we have lines of like, oh well, it's gonna be about an hour because there's about 25 people in front of me, and we said, well, what's the next step? Because this is like, it's almost,
Can't keep up.
You can't keep up.
Yeah.
We're working on a grill basically this size and a fryer like this, right? So there's, as much as we can go as fast as we could, like literally your equipment can only do so much, right? It's like trying to build a house, but you only have 1 worker. So by the time you're done, it's just gonna take a while. When we first started, we thought, well, this is gonna be an epic fail, right? Like we just got into this and now what, right? But thank God it all came out. It worked out good. 8 months later, this location was just being built. And we said, hey, it's still a building like by itself. like this might be the perfect opportunity to like kind of look into growing a little bit and try to more so not even so growing, just trying to keep our customers like happy. Like who wants to wait an hour? Luckily, thank God we had customers that would say, hey, okay, I'll order at 7:30, I'll pick it up at 8:15. So we just kept going and going, but the customer, okay, I'm here for 8:15, my name's Bobby, and okay, well here's your burger's about to come out, and here's your fresh burger. So it worked out. Then we got into this location. It was a huge success since we already had our like customer base from over here. And that was in December of 2020. 2020. Yeah, is when we first opened this.
Oh my gosh, and that's like right at the beginning of when the world decided to fall apart.
So December was like, man, like thank God this building was like from lines would enter, come around, wrap around here. Everyone's sitting down. We're like, wow, thank God, like this is huge. And then exactly, the world like just came to a halt in February. So 2020 in February, it COVID hit. Everyone's shutting down. Nobody wants to come out of their doors. We're like, okay, now what? Like we're kind of back to that. Like now we just got into this huge thing, and we're like, what are we gonna do? And like always, just kind of adapting. We started partnering with the DoorDash and Grubhub and offering curbside orders and just kind of adapted like that. And then customers will kind of slowly just started ordering like that. And so we were like, okay, well, this can work. Kind of snowballed again to now we kind of worked out even better because now we have that part of our business. But now that the doors are opening back up and everything, we have now people coming in. People still feel comfortable doing that. So it's worked out. And then you're asking about the float thing.
Oh, well, I was going to ask. So, in the beginning, when you were in the little trailer and you're doing like 5 burgers a day or 5 burgers a month, basically, how did you guys keep afloat? Were you still working as nurses?
So,
and
yeah.
Kind of shifting or?
Yes, it was. Thank God that we're partners because if it wasn't him, it was me. If it wasn't me, it was him. And since we're both nurses, we would kind of alternate. I mean, we had long days, long hours. We did have some employees that we actually still have to today that are from over there. So thanks to the employees, obviously, they kind of helped us so much. But financially, it was having to do full-time nursing all day, all 4 of us. And then full-time get out of work and come open over here and just every single day until the kind of clientele started building. And at that moment, we're like, well, instead of paying ourselves, let's just invest it into Build-A-Burger, right? So we kind of just left it like that, and it gave us the opportunity to now invest into this. But yeah, a lot of 20-hour days, a lot of no weekends and stuff like that. But it worked out, and we're so grateful for the opportunity and to our customers because our customers are like what keep us afloat, right? And that's one of our things here is what can we do for the customer? How can we keep them happy? Obviously, it's hard to keep everyone happy, but we try our best, and we try to not divert from our goal. Our goal is always to have the freshest burgers, the best quality, and the best customer service, right? So we feel like we can do those things, then our business should be good. I know, especially with COVID, the price is going up. Some people are like, well, they offer us like a frozen burger. Look, like your burgers right now cost you this much because you're buying fresh meat and in labor, hands washing your patties. They say, well, we can offer you this burger like Whataburger or a frozen patty from, let's say, any fast food, right? And you just throw it on the grill and it's made and it's gonna come out to the same, they say, right? It's gonna look exactly the same, it's gonna taste the same. And we say, no, like that's one thing that we will never do is we'll never go to a frozen patty because that's what sets us apart. That's what we try to do is offer a quality meat that's never frozen. Our veggies obviously are always fresh. We hand cut everything daily.
You know, I think that's really awesome, and I'm really excited to hear the story because that's what we want to see. We want to see, you know, your trials and tribulations, and I think there's a lot of people that assume, you know, jumping into having their own business, oh, I'm going to make lots of money, I'm going to do awesome, and then I'm going to be able to have all this time because, you know, I have my own business. It's like you're showing us, you're showing the world, no, it takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of, you know, sweat and tears and everything. And I mean, you're a testament to that work ethic, and that's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you so much for that. And you know, I had one of your burgers. I was sharing with you earlier, and it's so good. It's so much better. Please don't ever do the frozen burger thing. Like, I was eating it and I was laughing because literally a pile of napkins, because I do the lettuce wrap, because I know I'm weird like that, but I do the lettuce wrap thing, and it's just like, it's so juicy, all of the juice and everything. It's awesome. Messy, but delicious. But so good. So are you guys, congratulations, by the way, on your expansion, right?
Yes.
Because you guys recently expanded.
We recently expanded in Westlaco.
Wow. Are you planning on expanding anywhere else?
We'll see. Again, we try to maintain as much as we can, and opening the other one just kind of like, okay, so kind of a restart, right? So once, I guess you can say it's hard work and having a good work ethic will pay off, right? But during that time, you don't, like, it feels like you're learning to swim, right? So when you first get thrown into the water, you're like, I can barely get my head out, right?
Yeah.
After a while, you train your employees and all that stuff, then you're like, okay, I can kind of swim a little bit, and it's good, right? But then they throw you, so you swim in a swimming pool, they throw you into an ocean, which is another location, right? Now you're like, okay, I thought I could swim, and this is another beast, right?
Where are these waves coming from?
Exactly. So we kind of just, we do plan on expanding, but it's going to be, okay, make sure, again, our customers don't suffer, our quality doesn't suffer. Once we feel like, okay, that's all set up, then we can kind of move around. The reason we went to Westlaco was because we had customers driving over there over here. They would hear about us, and they were like, oh, we come all the way from Westlaco to just have your burger, right? And we're like, well, thank you. Like, that's a compliment, right? Who drives a lot out of their way to go to your establishment? And we said, well, when we started looking into it, was like, well, where do we go? We can go to McAllen Mission area, or we can go to like Westlaco area. That way we offer like a little wider range, right? But we said, well, we already have customers over there, instead of having them come over here, let's go to them, right? And we do have Mission and McAllen, but I guess the range, right? Driving 10 miles compared to 25 miles or something. So we said it would be nice to kind of expand that way. Our next plan would be Mission, McAllen, Sharyland area. But again, like, we want to make sure we got that settled before jumping into another establishment, I guess you could say. But they are in the plans.
And you know what? That's awesome. Because again, that's another testament to your dedication to the quality of your product. And it's evident when you eat here. I mean, it's so good. I have a friend that literally lives across the street. Like, she lives across the street, and she used to DoorDash you guys almost every day. Like, every day. And she and her family are from Westlaco.
Yeah.
So I don't know, it's probably her family that was that was coming over here. But she will literally DoorDash you guys, and we came here earlier in the week, my friends from work, and I came, and she was like a little embarrassed because I order it DoorDash like almost every day, and we were like, you live across the street. She, yeah, I know, but I can't make that. And I just thought it was so funny, but she's been singing your praises. I've heard multiple people singing your praises. And I love that you guys have so many options. So, okay, you're not just like, oh, slap cheese on a patty, there's the bread and that's it. Like, obviously, there's our son, we were sharing with you earlier, our son said it's the Lego of burgers. It's like making Lego like burgers, but way better. So you have all kinds of different combinations. What inspired those?
So that was, again, what sets you apart, right? Is what we wanted to do. We wanted to bring y'all, the customers, something that you can't just get anywhere, right? So we thought, well, what makes it different? Let's aim to like please everybody, right? You go to, let's say, another business, another burger joint, and they say, well, you got a number one, this is what it comes with, right? But can I do this and this and there? We're like, okay, well, you have certain limited options, right? So we said, and I know you said, well, it's not just one cheese and one patty or fresh meat. It's not frozen. We toss on our patty onto the grill, fresh bun. So we'll get our bun ready. we're working on fried mushrooms here. Same thing, not frozen, freshly battered, and freshly prepared, right? So you can let those sizzle out here while we're doing that. And I don't know if you saw the patty break a little bit. That's a good sign, right? That means your patties are not frozen.
Absolutely.
Once you flip it once, we'll put some salt on it. Let that sizzle.
Smells amazing. Smells so good.
There are buns. Always toasted buns. That's one of our mantras. Always toasted.
So that's really cool, the fact that you guys offer catering.
Yeah.
And again, it's your full menu.
We do catering, we full menu. We'll do it exactly how you want. Just tell us the time and they'll be ready.
Clean very well.
Get our burger wraps. There's your mushroom. So first things first, we get our nice toasted bun. We'll put it on here. So this is our aioli sauce, house made, super delicious, and we'll squirt that onto the burger there. We'll put our cheddar patty there, nice and hot. Our fried onions. So we'll top it off with our fried onions. You want to add it? And you got your lettuce, your tomato, pickles, avocado. We can put it now.
Can I put pickles in there?
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
Alrighty. So every burger has, every bite should have your, don't just throw pickles in the middle, it's kind of all around. So once it's done, then we do that. There's your burger.
so excited.
Good. And then we'll specially wrap it for you. And then we will be done. So you got your mushrooms and your burger. Believe it or not, we have a lot of customers that say, I just want one patty with one cheese and nothing else on it, right? They say, I go to so many places and they're like, we can never get it right? And
My sons order
Yeah.
like to a T. And every time we go somewhere, it's like they wanted to put ketchup, they put a pickle, they
Yeah.
put, and then you know with kids,
Yeah.
I can't eat that.
Yeah.
I can't eat that. It has the pickle
So-
juice. Yeah,
Yeah.
like it has the pickle juice. Or
Yeah,
oh,
we
and
took
it's
the
like you
pickle
like
out.
ketchup on everything. What the heck?
Yeah.
No, I can't eat that, Mom. I'm sorry.
My daughter's like that too. She loves pickles, and she says she literally has her burger and she has her pickles on the side. If the pickles are in the burger, she's like, no, I don't like my burger with the pickles in it. I'm like, our ingredients the same, right? But yeah, so it kind of goes back to our thing of the customer always comes first, and we want to please every customer, right? You just want a meat and a bun, like you can have it like that. If you wanted everything in it, like our thing says here, look, we put a kitchen sink in it. So you can have your burger with everything, including the kitchen sink, right? So kind of goes back to how many patties you want. There's not a limit. If you want 20 patties, we'll put 20 patties. We have some guys that have come in and they're power lifters, and all they want is a lot of protein. They say, just give me 8 patties and 8 cheeses. So we literally have burgers that are 8 patties and 8 cheeses. And if y'all check out our Instagram, actually we posted that because when you're super unique, we try to highlight that, like, look at this, we can make it happen, right?
Wow.
So any customer that comes in, we make it happen. As long as we can. If you say, put an octopus in my burger, well, I don't have octopus, but we'll consider adding that to the menu. But there's so many combinations that we do, from simple to super extravagant. As long as we can have it, as long as we have it here, we can make it happen.
That is so cool. So okay, I'm looking at as you're talking, I am listening, but I'm also, I can't help but your menu right back there, and it's like, ooh, look at that. So, okay, so we've got Bobby's Burger and Rick's Old Fashioned Style Burger. So tell me about Bobby Burger. Is that your favorite?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I'm Bobby, it's named after me. Rick's named after Rick's. So Rick is a old-fashioned guy. Right? I can say
He's
that.
classic.
He's
Classic. We'll say classic.
It's a compliment. It's a compliment.
Yes, tradition and classic.
There's nothing like it, right? When you say old-fashioned burger, that's what you think of. That's the Rick's burger. That's your traditional cheeseburger. You're not gonna have your extravagant sauces and toppings, but you're gonna have a good old-fashioned classic cheeseburger, right? Just like you made it at home, but always fresh, super delicious, and simple, right? Now, I'm Bobby, right? So Bobby does. I like a big juicy burger. So I do like double meat, double cheddar, cheese. I do bacon. I do ham. I do grilled onions. So it's a little bit. I say it's like Texas. It's bigger and better than the old fashioned, right? But
okay, let's not forget the old fashioned is probably what got you and your wife married too. Remember, because it was the whole like dynamic duo.
That's why I say old fashioned great. I just upgraded it a little bit.
There you go. There you go.
But yeah, no, always. So that's kind of our concept, right? We kind of went with we have our traditional, simple, old fashioned, and then we can make something more extravagant, right? To everyone's liking. We've had customers say, well, I always order this, it's super unique, let's make a John burger, let's make it Amanda's burger or something, right? And we say, we'll see, we'll take it into consideration. But we've had people do crazy things like chili cheese burgers. They're not on our menu, but they're like, well, can you put chili cheese and fries in my burger? So we actually have a picture up in Westlaco. I believe it's a 3-meat, like a triple meat. And then they wanted chili cheese on the burger. So now you have a huge burger like this, and the customers love it, right? But again, it goes back to we do everything. We do hot Cheetos and burgers. We do jalapeno poppers, which are home, I should say house made. We make them here in house. We do everything. So that's one of our favorite appetizers, but we put those in burgers too. So it's kind of if you do it, if we can make it happen, we will.
So this is house ranch. Also,
So that's
right?
house-made ranch, yeah. Made from scratch. Every ingredient is here, made for you.
I'm ready. That's really, really good. That's good. It's different from
Out of the
squeezing.
box.
Yeah.
It's all yours.
It's still really hot.
They probably yeah. Flavorful?
Very. And it's really, really fresh. I mean, it doesn't taste oily at all. You know how sometimes you get fried food and it's like the oil coats your mouth? Definitely not that at all. You can taste the freshness of the mushrooms. Really, really good. I'm gonna have another one.
It's all yours. No pressure.
I love it. And that's another thing, it's not too much breading. Like, I think sometimes when you get, especially fried mushrooms, it's like a hit or miss.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's all bread or all breading, and there's clearly like, the mushroom is the star, not necessarily the breading. I love it. Okay, I'm sorry.
The star
I
of the
can't
show.
wait. I can't wait. I'm hungry, and this looks awesome. Oh boy, look at
So
that.
this is her own burger, fried mushrooms, special sauce with garlic aioli, so should be a flavorful.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready.
What do you think?
That's perfection in a burger.
Nice.
It's really, really good.
Thank you.
I'm positive it probably looks like a clown because of the lipstick and stuff. I don't normally wear lipstick. Not used to. I don't do the whole like fancy schmancy as much. But OMG, this is so good. And look at that. There's like juices and
That's right.
this is a multiple napkin situation, my friend. I'm gonna take another bite. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be polite little Miss Lady like, oh no, it's delicious, sounds good. No, I'm taking another bite because it's really good.
Thank you. Thank you for the compliments.
But delicious.
Yeah.
Absolutely delicious. Oh my gosh, this is so good. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you
all.
so much. You know, you are a testament to family, to hard work, determination, and overcoming adversity. And, you know, we've talked about our families as we've had these conversations, and it's like, this is born of love. This is born of family, the connection. It's everything that, to me, speaks of the RGV, speaks of the Rio Grande Valley. You know, this beautiful place that we call home. Are the tacos the best? Absolutely. But are you looking for the best burger? Build a burger. Like, bottom line.